What if I told you that most presentations that end with the client like not buying only happens because in most cases the agent simply got in his or her own way, and instead of taking the laydown sale, they actually just messed up and fumbled like an easy handoff. Like literally the client wants an agent to sell them the insurance, and yet the agent's actions and maybe behavior even is preventing that person from buying. Seriously, I'm seeing this kind of stuff every day, over and over. In most cases, the agent is actually stopping and putting the brakes on the client, thus inadvertently keeping that prospect from going through with the purchase. I'm Doug Massi, and in this video, I'm not just going to talk about what you should be doing during your final expense telesales presentation, but we're gonna, address how you can close no less than 1 out of 3 sales. Really, you should be closing more like, 40 to even potentially over 50% of your telesales presentations. And if you'd like a copy of the Telesales Super File, and this thing has some really awesome sales materials in it, just stick around till the end of the video and I'll show you how to get it for yourself. And guys, let's start by giving this video a thumbs up. And if you're new to our channel, please subscribe. We're putting out new final expense and insurance sales training videos and content every week. There are 4 things that need to be done in every single final expense sales presentation. And when you do these 4 things, with a system like the one that I have for our agents, the ones who've got like 20 to over 30 calendar appointments every single day, your closing rate will be no less than 35%. And guys, I'm seeing closing percentages as high as like 50%, actually a little bit higher with a couple of the agents. Number 1, you gotta be able to read a presentation script while you're using your voice correctly, changing your pitch and your tones throughout the presentation so that you sound like someone that the client would like to buy life insurance from. Like literally, you just need to sound like a professional while your voice sends an underlying message that helps the client feel comfortable and trust you. Number 2, you gotta be capable of building rapport by listening to your prospect when it's time to listen, and by speaking and sharing relatable scenarios with that person when it's time to speak and share rapport building stories. Number 3, you gotta be able to multitask. Now, while you're reading the script and sharing those relatable stories with the client, so that they'll actually open up to you and do the same, you need to be able to pull up the quoting and underwriting tool, have pricing options ready to go, and then be capable of putting in an electronic application for the client once you've closed the sale. Guys, this is where a lot of agents that I speak with and that I work with tend to fumble around a bit, and it's why I recommend doing multiple practice sales before getting on the phone to, make those real sales. Which leads us to number 4. You will not be able to close a sale unless you've A, accepted that objections are simply part of the application process, and B, been taught by someone like myself exactly what to say and do when your client tells you that they need to either, take some time to think about it, or maybe they want to speak with someone else like their daughter first. Here's the thing, guys. These 4 things separate the typical licensed insurance agents from the complete and ultimate sales professionals. And it's my opinion, the problem with having an insurance license is that it's not really going to do you any good if you don't put in the time and effort that it takes to become a professional salesperson / closer. Like literally, you may actually be the only thing in the way of being successful at helping a lot of people out with, their final expense insurance needs, and therefore making more money than what like 80% of the entire United States workforce will ever make in their entire lives. We've got agents on our platform selling like 10 to over 20 policies per week. Just crushing it. Having an insurance license, having money to invest into your business, and having access to the right platform, where you have access to like a lot of appointments each day, it can actually be life-changing for the right person with the right work ethic. And here's the bottom line. None of this is going to matter if you don't have the willingness and the work ethic that it takes to prepare yourself to become a professional salesperson. You don't have to work long hours. You don't have to sell insurance on the weekends or even on holidays. It's not like you're selling cars, right? You just have to be open-minded to change and not be afraid to invest into yourself, and your burial life insurance business. For a copy of the Telesales Superfile that I mentioned earlier in the video, just email me at doug@ufesonline.com for more information on learning how to become a high-end, top-producing, final expense sales closer. Just shoot me an email at that same address. Remember, guys, when you put the needs of your clients first, everything else will usually fall right into place. Now, get out there or get on that phone and do something good for somebody today. Happy hunting. With